Yeah, we're still working on slope. We're working on converting. This is standard form conversions. So let's do some conversions with standard form of slope. Start off with something relatively simple. Say we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. Now again, we can see it's in standard form, right? We have no fractions. And our leading coefficient here, is positive. So we're good. We're ready to go. And let's convert this to slope-intercept form. If you remember, slope-intercept form looks like this. Y equals mx plus b, which means we're solving this equation for y. Those of you that have done literal equations before, very well familiar with how to solve this. So let's first move the x to the other side. So we'll subtract 3x from both sides. Now we have 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. And we're one step away from actually putting this into slope-intercept form. All we have to do is divide by 2. So if we divide everything by 2, we now have y is equal to negative 3/2 x plus 4. And there we are in slope-intercept form, just like that. Piece of cake, nothing to it. But what if we have something that's in slope-intercept form and we want to put it into standard form? Well, let's take a look. Let's say we have y is equal to negative 2/5 x minus 7. So my suggestion is the first thing you want to do is get the x and y on the same side. So let's do that. We'll add 2/5 x to both sides of the equation. Now we have 2/5 x plus y is equal to negative 7. And if you remember, standard form looks like this. Ax plus by is equal to c, where a has to be a positive number. So in this case, a is a positive number, 2/5 is positive, but 2/5 is also a fraction. Can't have a fraction in standard form. So we got to get rid of the fraction. That means we're going back to what we learned a long time ago, clearing fractions. The way we're going to clear it is we're going to multiply by the common denominator of the fractions. So you can see the only fraction we have is 2/5. So our denominator is going to be a 5. So we're going to multiply everything by 5. That means we're distributing that 5 to each of the terms in the parentheses. Don't forget to distribute it to that negative 7. So that's going to leave us with 2x plus 5y is equal to negative 35. And there we are in standard form. Again, as you can see, it's not really that hard to do, but it's something that you need to practice. You got to get familiar with it. You got to make it like second nature. Okay, so let's say we have something that's in point-slope form, and we want to put it into standard form. All right, so a point-slope equation might be something like y minus 4 is equal to 1/4 of x plus 6. Okay, so there we are in point-slope form. Remembering point-slope basically looks like this. Again, the subscripts are there just for identification purposes. And that's going to be your x minus x1, like that. Okay, but we want to put it into standard form. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is let's distribute the 1/4. So we have y minus 4 is equal to 1/4 x plus, and that's going to be 6/4. We'll just make it 3/2. You can leave it as 6/4 for now. It really doesn't matter. Okay, and remember, standard form means we have to get all the x and all the x terms to the left and constants to the right. So we can add 4. And remember, 4, if we think of it in halves, is the same as 8/2. Okay, so y is equal to 1/4 x, and then 3/2 plus 8/2 would be 11/2. Now all we have to do is move the x. By the way, if you look at this kind of quickly right now, you could see we put this into slope-intercept form. Without trying to, it just happened. So now we're really converting slope-intercept form into standard form, which is much easier than converting from point-slope form into standard form. So let's subtract our 1/4 x. Okay, and that gives us, just get a little more room here. negative 1/4 x plus y is equal to 11 halves. Okay, and again, standard form needs to be ax plus by equals c. And, well, we have everything in the right place, but we have a couple problems here. One problem we have is we have a negative coefficient of x. And remember that leading coefficient has to be positive. So we got to fix that. But we also have a fraction that we have to fix. So rather than doing this in 2 steps, we're going to fix them both at one time. Because our common denominator, if you look, would be 4. And we also have a negative we have to get rid of. So we're going to distribute a negative 4. Because that'll fix the fraction and it'll fix the negative in 1 step. So again, remember distributing that negative 4 to everything here. So negative 4 times 1/4 x gives us x. Negative 4 times y is negative 4y. And then negative 4 times 11 halves is going to give us negative 22. Again, negative 44 over 2, which reduces down to negative 22. So there's that conversion. So now we've been able to convert from standard form into slope-intercept form, from slope-intercept form into standard form, and from point-slope form into standard form. It's pretty much all the conversions you're going to have to do. Hopefully you learned something from watching this. If you have, please click the like button.